Welcome back. Now, debate on President William Ruto's decision to commit 1,000 police officers to lead the peacekeeping mission in Haiti has stolen the headlines. For Haitians, the return of the blue helmets will be an all-familiar sight, but only if it happens. Alex Chiari has been looking at previous peacekeeping missions in the Caribbean nation, what they sought to achieve, and if indeed they did achieve the results. The story is narrated by Fathia Nur Mohammed.
The return of peacekeepers in Haiti will be a familiar undertaking for the United Nations, but only if it succeeds. This is because the mission will not be the first one and probably not the last. The first such mission was called United Nations Mission in Haiti, or UNMIH, and was effected under Resolution 865 in September 1993. This followed reinstatement of President Jean-Bertrand Aristide, who had been overthrown by an elite force of the country's armed forces over his controversial democratic reforms in 1991. The international community under the United Nations had initially planned to forcefully reinstate Aristide. However, the United States, Venezuela and France managed to diplomatically resolve the impasse, and Aristide returned to power in 1991. Hence, the mission's mandate changed to ensuring internal stability, protecting foreign diplomats, while supporting local authorities in protecting the country's vital installations. It was also charged with creating a conducive environment for safe, free and fair elections. The other key function was to allow for the training for the Haitian armed forces and transform it into a professional body aligned to its security mandate. In 2004, the United Nations Security Council adopted Resolution 1542, which sought the deployment of UN peacekeepers to the Caribbean nation. This mission was to provide a secure and stable environment, push for respect for human rights, and support Haiti's political process. It was led by Brazilian forces, with additional troops from 16 other countries, including Argentina, Bolivia, Canada, Jordan, France, South Korea, and the United States. 41 other nations, including the aforementioned, also provided police officers. The mission was called MINUSTAH. MINUSTAH stayed in Brazil until 2017. The devastating 2010 earthquake happened while the mission was active. At least 96 peacekeepers were killed. The total casualty figure ranged between 100 and 300,000. MINUSTAH's mission changed to search and rescue and later rehabilitation. It is during this time that a cholera outbreak killed over 10,000 locals and affected 200,000 others. The outbreak was later linked to a military base linked to Nepalese peacekeepers. This would strain ties between locals and peacekeepers. Accusations of human rights violations, including rape, were leveled against the United Nations. Then Secretary General Ban Ki-moon later apologized to the Haitian nation for the cholera outbreak. However, children allegedly fathered and abandoned by the peacekeepers stand as a testament of the interesting interactions between locals and the foreign soldiers. The mission came to an end in October 2017 and was replaced by the United Nations Mission for Justice Support in Haiti, which also folded in 2019. In February 2017, Jovenel Moise was sworn in as Haiti's new president. His presidency was marked by allegations of corruption and nepotism, but some drug cartels were at odds with him for threatening to name and shame them. Moise was later killed on 7th of July 2021 at his residence in Pétionville. His wife was wounded and airlifted to the United States for treatment. But recently, the wife Martine, together with 2 other former top officials in Moise government, were indicted for the murder. The current conversation on yet another deployment of peacekeepers was occasioned by the adoption of Resolution 2692 in 2023. But there was a struggle to find a nation to lead the force. That was until Kenya stepped forward and pledged 1,000 police officers. Other countries that have pledged troops are Bangladesh, Jamaica, Chad, Benin, the Bahamas, and Barbados. United States has declared that it won't be involved in this mission. Well, in case the current plans for the mission succeeds, it will be expected to deal with a different problem. While the previous endeavors focused on political crisis, armed gangs have taken over Haiti, kidnapping locals for ransom. Some of the leaders are former army and police officers. It is a peculiar yet real threat. Fatia Mohammed Noor, KTN News.
Lieutenant General Charles Kahariri has been sworn in as the new Vice Chair of the Kenya Defense